Welcome to the Erasmus Foundation podcast. My name is Paul Nugent. Are you looking for answers to life and its meaning? Then this may well be the very podcast you need to listen to. In a series of podcasts, we are going to look at the difficult questions of life and apply spiritual knowledge to find out the answers. Hello. Today, we're going to look at time. What is time? And the expression, all time is now, is the expression we're going to look at today in particular, which is something that has puzzled me over the years. And today we have Spirits Talk with us. Padina. Greetings, Padina.
Greetings.
So, Padina, this is something that many people will be interested in today, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first question I'm going to ask you, why is time so important to man?
Indeed. I would wish to explain, to start with, that man's world, i.e. his solar system, is containing him. It is that man is almost contained within a box, within the universe. And everything that man understands and lives to the laws of his universe are contained entirely in this box, which is your solar system. And this means that life is measured in terms of the orbit of your Earth around the Sun, making a year in its passing. And as your Earth revolves, spins on its axis, creating night and day, which again is a measure according to how your world and your life is defined by the solar system, by these movements of your planet, how they interact with the sun and other planets within your solar system. All of this is controlled within units of time which you understand. But if you take yourselves out of the solar system, out of your box, then the universe moves according to the natural law, of course, and then other rules apply. But for man, his experience is held, contained, limited to his box, his solar system.
Thank you, Padina. Thank you. Yes, that so far makes sense. So, has time always existed?
It has, since the solar system came, your solar system came into being. But because that is really your meaning, your understanding of time. Now, of course, there has always been a past, there has always been a present, there has always been a future. And they are definable. But spirit and other dimensions are more elastic in a sense. Time within your solar system, within man's appreciation of time, is very linear. It is controlled. It is predictable. It is measurable. But outside your solar system, in other dimensions, other places within the universe, time is not limited or measurable in the same way. So it is then that all time is now. And this really means that wherever you are in spirit, whatever dimension, whatever place you're in, you are in the now. But I can be, just to complicate things, or maybe to confuse you more, and I hope not to, and I will explain this. But I can be now present in my world. I could be on a planet so far away, it would take light to reach me many hundreds of years. So for many hundreds of years, if you were observing me on your planet, you wouldn't see me for 100 years. I would be there, but you would not see me, not for hundreds of years, because it would take those hundreds of years for the light to reach me. Does that make any sense?
It does make sense. And we are talking about light here. So, in a way, this is not the way that spirit move about. But
no, indeed.
But here on Earth, that is the fastest thing that we believe exists.
Yes.
Which makes it very difficult. So, so what is time then from a spiritual point of view? How do you view it?
For us, time in a way does not exist. We are in the now, wherever we are. You see, because particularly if there is a very old spirit who has the freedom, the liberty to be able to journey far into other dimensions, then by just thinking themselves to be there, they can be there instantly. But of the earth, limited by your physicality, by the physical nature, the laws of your earth, to see that location might take, as I said before, a very long time, because it could be so far away that light traveling at that speed of light can only reach there after a long period of time. So then, what is time? It is only measurable in your understanding within your solar system.
Yes, I can understand that. So it is our physicality that restricts our movement. Our physical bodies cannot move in the way that our spiritual bodies can.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the bottom line of it, is it?
Yes. But spirits who are free roving, quite old spirits, can be a long, far off distance away instantly, simply by the power of thought.
Okay, Bettina, this is fascinating stuff. So, but in a way, how do you measure in spirit the length of time that someone has existed? Is that possible?
Well, this is where it is difficult for us, because in talking to you, which I understand, having lived on the earth not so long ago, of course, I understand your concept of time. Now, for us to explain time going back before a time when your solar system existed, how does one measure that? You measure time as years. We can talk about 100 years ago. We can talk about when the Romans invaded your country, and we can put a date on this, and we can measure it according to how many years, how many times your Earth has completed an orbit around the sun. So this is measurable. But if you go beyond that into other dimensions, then how do you measure it? It is not really possible.
No, I can see that, Bettina. Yeah, very difficult. So, well,
But then having said that, the past is the past.
Yes.
Things have happened.
Yes.
But we cannot really say to you, we can say that because man has no understanding of his true heritage, his true history. But we can say to you, because you measure the time of the dinosaurs in terms of your measurement of years, and say they died out 65 million years ago. That is how you measure it. So we would say that the second civilization then died about 65 million years ago, because this is complying with your system of measurement, not ours.
I'm beginning to see that. So what we're saying is that because time is fluid in the way that your existence is, then the dinosaurs were in fact happening almost now in the same way as everything else is, because you could go backwards and forwards through that time to experience these things, whereas we see it as a purely linear thing, purely, day after day after day after day, month after month, year after year, etc.
Yes, but imagine, and this is maybe a little difficult for you, but if I had the means to still see your earth. And I could travel so far away that light, it would be so far away that light would take many, many, many millions of years to travel that distance. If I could be there instantly, then if I had a powerful telescope, I would be seeing into the past, because the light would only be reaching me now, showing what had happened before. So in a sense, you potentially could be observing the dinosaurs if you were that far away.
Yes, I can see what you're saying. So in a way, the past is not the past in
Oh,
so
it
many,
is the past.
right?
Yes.
Although, but somehow spirit can move in a way that they, with their mind, because their mind can move to place instantaneously. Distances are of no consequences, and we know that something further away happens in our terms in the past.
Mm.
But you're saying that you can move instantaneously from the moment now till then, but so you in fact move back in the past.
Well,
But although,
we would
sorry, can I just?
no, we are observing. We could be observing the past.
I see. Yes. So that's already happened. So
It
you're
is
just
the past. Yes.
yes. So no,
But
you
we
can't
are still in
change
the
it, change the
present.
past, can you?
No.
No, no. Okay, but you can observe it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh, that's fascinating. You're making me think where I'd like to go now in the past.
Indeed.
So how far back can you go, Bedina? How far in the past can you go? I suppose within the restrictions of what you're allowed, I guess.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
And also, you see, you understand life according to life within your box. I do not wish to make it sound in any way that I am belittling mankind. I do not mean to. But you are restricted with your vision, your appreciation of life is held within that box, within the physical world you live within. But outside this, then you observe life in a different way. And you could travel far. You could be taken to a place which you would find very difficult to understand, because it would be beyond your experience. It would be beyond your capacity within your mind to understand. Yes?
Yes, I perfectly understand that. If you've not experienced
This
it,
is why.
yes,
This is
yes,
why spirit are not free roving until they're quite aged.
right,
And even then, not many spirits have the freedom to go anywhere.
of
And
course,
even then, there are still limits
right,
waiting for all of us, for all spirits' minds to evolve, to grow, to develop. And when they are ready, you are shown.
yeah,
You are ready to experience. And then you are waiting for the next level of understanding, of your mind able to appreciate what is there. And so it goes on. And even the oldest of us, spirits, are still limited, of course, to what the great mind knows and understands. So we are always limited, always learning, always looking to evolve and learn and understand more.
Okay. Now that's kind of exciting, really, isn't it? Because there's just
It is.
no
Mm.
end to the discoveries that spirit are going to make in the future.
Indeed.
But of course, there's no hurry because
No.
we've got eternity.
Mm.
So, what about the future, Bedina? What I'm assuming, I guess that has only been seen by the great mind, what the future may hold, and we don't know what that is. But some spirits may have an inkling of what it might be like.
Well, it symbolically, perhaps we are all within a cone of life. And imagine a cone. And as we grow, as we move on, the cone is expanding. As our minds expand, and we learn, and it just grows and grows. And that is wondrous. It is, as you appreciate, I'm sure, exciting to grow and learn more and more. And our minds in spirit and of the earth, each one of us has a mind that can only grow and develop.
Now, that's quite something. And
Mm.
the fact that we are all growing together as one big,
Oh, indeed.
massive family
Yes.
of spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So when people do go home, then it's like a very from their life on the earth. The difference is quite marked in the way that a spirit thinks on earth as a humanoid, and as a spirit thinks at home as purely a spirit.
But it is very natural. It is not, doesn't require effort.
No.
It's just when you're at home, it is all there. Your mind is open. It is all within your understanding, limited to your age of spirit and to where you have developed.
Well, Bedina, I think we've got a lot to think about in this podcast. Thank you for doing this. It's helped me by listening to you today. I hope it helps
Good.
other people.
Good.
So, is there anything else you'd like to add before we close for the day?
No, only I understand completely, of course. This concept of time is difficult for people to understand. I do. But all I would wish to say, please, it is not something which should cause any anxiety or any worry at all. It is just simply that when you are in spirit and you have returned home, your appreciation of time is so much different and is not so burdensome as it is within the earth, because your life is ruled by time, but in spirit it is not. You are free. There is that liberty which is a very happy state to be in.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Padina. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Erasmus Foundation is a spiritual teaching and healing foundation based in Laxfield, Suffolk, in the United Kingdom. We have a webpage, www.erasmus-foundation.org. If you would like to be a guest on our podcast, or indeed have further questions for us, then please contact me on paul@erasmus-foundation.org, and we'll do our best to accommodate you. Thank you very much for listening.